You all know what a marketing funnel is, but how often do you actually think about how it impacts messaging? And how often do you shortcut it to get to the wrong place at the wrong time? What's the golden rule of marketing? Does anybody know? Could be different for some people. For me, it's meet people where they are. So if the golden rule of marketing is meet people where they are, we need to revisit the funnel. So we're going to start the cold audience. By the way, did you guys know that if you sell a product or service online, it has nothing to do with you at all? That you are not important whatsoever? So who's important? If you're not important, what's important? You, the customer. And what about them? Their emotions, their thoughts, their feelings, how they wake up in the morning, how many kids they have, how many of their kids spill blue paint on the floor, all these things. So this is what they think about you. When you're running ads to a cold audience, this is what they're saying. They're saying, I don't know you. I don't know why she has a southern accent. I don't know you from a hole in the wall. I'm super skeptical. I may or may not even know that I have the problem that your product solves. So these are the things that she's thinking, right? How often do we talk to, let's call her Samantha. How often do we talk to Samantha keeping these things in mind? That she doesn't know you from a hole in the wall. And she may not even understand you. These people need a problem solution video. They need it bad. They really do. So step one here is that you need to lay out the problem solution framework, which is just a little thing that I created. This thing is awesome. That helps you meet people where they are. Like I said, the golden rule of marketing. I created this little system. It's super cool because if you do it, it will unlock all the messaging for your advertising. So we're going to take you to the flip chart. So essentially what you do with the problem solution framework is you're going to simply rate how problem aware your avatar is, avatar being your ideal target customer. So you need to do the work to know exactly who your ideal target customer is and what they care about, what their pain points are, what makes them tick, what keeps them up at night, all those things. And we're going to on a scale of 1 to 10, so problem solution framework, on a scale of 1 to 10, we're going to rate how problem aware they are and how solution aware they are. So this is very, very different depending on what it is that you sell. And when you rate these things, it absolutely unlocks all of your marketing messaging. And by the way, this is beyond video ads. This is for everything. Writing a social post, doing an image ad, whatever it might be, it unlocks your messaging. But since video is so incredibly personal and it needs to really meet people where they are, we rub this in. And I'm a big fan of planning your video content to take people through the funnel stage where they're at. So we have to understand the problem solution framework. So this is very different depending on what your business is. For example, we have a client called Hydra. They were on Shark Tank, and they create custom water filters that are built for the water in your zip code. So essentially, like your Brita sucks and your fridge water filter sucks because if there's lead and PFAS and all this other junk in your water, the Brita and the fridge are doing nothing. So how many of you knew that? You didn't know! You knew? You knew? That's 3, right? 3 people out of at least 700 in this room, right? 1,000? I mean, look at the percentages. So you don't even know that you have this problem, right? So you're probably sitting there at somewhere around a 2 on the problem aware scale. And so on a solution aware scale, it's like, I don't even know I have the problem. As far as the solution goes, like, I'm like a 1. What does that mean for the messaging, do you think? Does anybody want to take a guess?
The educational.
Yeah, totally. What's your name?
Katie.
Katie, that's so smart. Yeah, you gotta be educational. You have to teach people. If they're not problem aware, what's gonna happen when I go to a cold audience, Samantha, who doesn't know your brand from a hole in the wall, and you're like, Samantha, 50% off my custom water filters. She's gonna be like, dude, like, what do you, I don't even, scroll. Like, it's not a thing, because they don't know that they have the problem. So we have to educate them about the problem. Right? Does that make sense? Everybody following me? So that's that. And then there's plumbers. So how aware are you of the problem solution scale when it's a plumber? So what do you think? On a scale of 1 to 10, how problem aware are you with the problem that a plumber solves?
10.
Yeah, right? It's like...
It's leaking.
Right. We were having, Jessica and I were having dinner with like a big YouTuber who does like plumber, who's like a plumber YouTuber. right? We were joking about how I had to call a plumber once because I saw water in my ceiling, and I was like, yep, my tub's gonna come crashing down on me and my family. I got a problem, right? Or my sink is going, I'm very problem aware, right? Extremely problem aware. And how solution aware am I? 10. My sink is broken, I need to call a plumber, problem and solution aware, right? So do you see how this can completely craft your marketing? How much education does a plumber need to do in their ends versus the amount of education that Hydra needs to do in their ends? It's a lot, right? Because they don't even know they have the problem. A plumber has a different problem, by the way, because the plumber now, since it's a 10 and a 10, everybody is so problem aware and so solution aware that there are lots of plumbers likely. So they have to compete against all these other plumbers. So it's going to change their messaging to be much more trust and relationships, right? That's going to be much, much, much more important. Why did I choose you over the other plumber? That's the marketing. Whereas Hydra, they don't have competition, but they have in some ways a bigger hurdle, which is they don't even know, their audience has no idea that they even need this. It costs like $250 for something, so it's not cheap, so it's not like they can just do it. They're under sink water filters, by the way. And you can install them in 15 minutes, and it's super easy. But before I said that, you probably immediately thought when I said under sink water filters, you were like, whoa, this is going to be super hard. Whoa, I don't even want to deal with this. It's actually super easy. The amount of education is intense. So we've worked with a lot of Shark Tank companies, and this is actually what they all deal with. The avatar is just simply not problem aware.